Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Yeah, it's been a long day. My back is still, or my shoulders are still hurt. And I took some Tylenol and muscle relaxant again. Probably be one of these videos that I hate. But should Tylenol and that be a part of a diabetic's life? Well, it's starting to be part of everyone's life, and I don't necessarily mean Tylenol itself. I mean, they're used for anti-inflammatories, they're used for slight headaches, they're used for pain, like severe pain, and does this affect your blood sugar? Yeah. You know, there could be arguments on either side. Now, as a diabetic, I would honestly say you've got to stop. Sorry, my sleeping tube. You have to stop brushing things off because it will end up hurting you. I did that with my leg last year, 2 years ago, I guess now. And I was just so tired and sick. That was a real yawn, by the way. But I hid my leg pain by taking Tylenol. And while it gave me some movement, I was able to walk a bit, and that, you know, I think hiding behind, oh well, yes, I took some Tylenol, now I can go to work, I can do whatever I want, and, you know, things are going to be fine. It doesn't work that way. Because eventually, my body said, hey, you know what? You have a real problem here. You need to slow down. You need to take care of yourself. I didn't really say to myself, okay, I will do that. I ended up having an ambulance take me to Royal Columbian, and I went in and out of delirium, and to this day, I haven't felt totally right. So while Tylenol and that can help, but you need to take a look and find what's really causing the issues. Now, if you're always high and you've done by your plan of when you're high and you start showing ketones, deal with it. Let someone know. Don't say, okay, I'll write it down on my chart that it's ketones. What good is that? And thinking throughout my life, when I was working for that convenience store chain, I would work And I think I just let things go on too long. And of course, I was feeding myself sugar all through the day. I didn't really like how Diet Pop tastes out of the fountain, and I started drinking real Coke all the time. It tasted better, and I would get sick, and I'd go and have to be checked into the hospital because I was really ill, and then get out and go back and do the exact same thing over again. Illnesses, yes, are probably a great way for your body to build defense as a kid, but don't let it, go anything further than that. We need to ensure that when you're not feeling great, and yes, I got the runny nose, and the next day you wake up, oh, I can't breathe, and your eyes are really, I don't feel well, well, just give me a moment. I'll just take some Tylenol, some cold medication, and I'll be right with you. Meanwhile, this is the time you need to be recuperating. And for me, it was always, I had to work nights. It was sort of like, well, we don't have anyone else to work the nights. You'll have to do it. And for 5 years, I worked nights. And when I was alone, I really wasn't busy. I could stop. I would grab a sandwich and a drink, since the fountain drinks were free. And I would drink a whole bunch. Then, during the day, when I was supposed to be sleeping, I felt high. I would get up, I would go to the washroom, I would take more insulin and lie back down and sleep again. I wasn't eating properly, and I would end up quite a bit in the hospital. Now, they didn't have any reason for it. I think part of the problem was myself. And, that I was dealing with diabetes. Brittle diabetes, to be a fact. And I think once you admit to yourself, I'm not saying you have to admit to your doctor or to your mother, your father, your employer, but maybe it is you. Maybe you're doing something that could have been explained. You could use Tylenol to hide behind. You could use insulin. Well, I'll just give myself an extra shot and things will be fine. It doesn't work that way, guys. If you have a blood sugar that's gone high or low because of something you did, you have to admit to it. And I think I've said this before, and I did a whole video on this, is don't hide behind your diabetes. We all can hide behind things and take drugs to make us feel better. And in turn, we don't take care of ourselves. We take care to make sure someone else is there to work. Now, I was lucky that I, by that time, was full-time. I had built seniority, so I would get sick, and of course, they'd welcome me back because I could be only a few that could do nights. And but I think the first step I needed was to stop doing nights. Now, I think I did, you always want to go and get your hair cut, and you always save it for your days off. But that, you'd have to stay up late because you wanted to sleep the Friday night, or whatever your first day off is. And then you'd go to sleep, you'd wake up the next day, and you have one whole day, and then you have another night. But then you have to sleep part of your next day to get ready to go do nights again. And this eventually catches up to you. Because if you're on a day shift, you can go, you can do whatever you have to do at work, and then you go home, you sleep, you wake up the next day, you have a full day, wake up the next day, you have a full day, and then you sleep, and then Monday you're able to go to work. In theory, it's a great thing to say, okay, well, I'll stay, stay up all night. When everyone else in the house is falling asleep. So, you're putting stress on your body in any case. And hiding behind, even alcohol and that, but even hiding behind something just makes it hard on you. You need to be truthful about yourself and know when to say, hey, I gotta slow it down a bit. I can't do another working 14 days straight without a break. Something to think about. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.